So we're on episode 3 of Designated Survivor. In this episode, the White House is hacked. Some information is revealed through that hack to his administration. There's also a public interview that he has to give where the public is made aware of kind of his status in the cabinet before all this went down. There's some survivor found inside the wreckage of the Capitol building, and there's tension kind of brewing all around our new president. So what I really like about what they're doing with this show is that they're building ongoing tension and creating a scenario where it feels like we're going one day at a time through this trauma that the nation, but really individuals are going through. And so you see someone that never thought he was going to be the president, never wanted to be the president, become the president. And so him and his family are just kind of suddenly pushed forward into this extreme scrutiny where he doesn't necessarily want to be, but he's just a normal guy trying to do the right thing in a place that's highly corrupt in a situation which is going to bring out the worst in people. And so I really enjoyed that about the show. Throughout the episode, he's just trying to get home to his family. His family's got some drama going on that he's not even aware of, that his wife is trying to handle and keep him sheltered from it while not trying to hide it from him, just shelter him when at a time when he can't deal with it. And what I thought was really nicely handled about it is that it didn't come off like CW soap opera where people have these big, gigantic backstories and don't behave the way people really act in real life. Everything's exaggerated. Everyone's highly defensive. It's not like that in this show. People act like real people, and they were just a normal family, per se, a week, 2 weeks before all of this. And now they're in the White House, and so small things that would have been small little indiscretions of a teenage son suddenly have the implications that this could be a national scandal. And they could play the episode the way things unfold in the manner of like, the president's got to keep it hidden, what's going on with his family. And it doesn't do that. It plays it like a normal thing where a mother has to confront a child, the child has to respond, and it plays out normal, which I was so grateful for. I was actually afraid that this review was going to be all about, oh my goodness, we're only 3 episodes in and they introduced melodrama, ridiculousness, unreasonable children, unreasonable parenting. They didn't do that. They handled it so well. But to counter that a little bit, the other plot line throughout this is that our president is trying to earn credibility and use opportunities to be able to build his name and earn the respect of the American people. Of course, are skeptical of him because he's skeptical of himself. But then as the episode unfolds, you can see that the other designated survivor, who's a Republican, where he's a Democrat, is trying to maybe manipulate things a little bit. And the way the episode unfolds, she keeps appearing right at the right places at the right times to make her look really good, and her be able to work and manipulate people a little bit and make him look bad at times. And so on the bad side, whereas the family stuff was handled in a way that was like, yes, that played out very nicely, with this situation, the way it's unfolding is very much coming off like the Democrat guy is very trustworthy and honest and just wants to do the right thing without being manipulative and dishonest. And the Republican is manipulative, dishonest, an opportunist, just trying to take advantage of every situation and very two-faced. And you're just everything like the thing that we hate about politicians, that's the Republican. Everything that we wish politicians actually is our Democrat president. And I'm just watching it going like, really? It has to play out that black and white. We get one Democrat, one Republican. In one party are the evil villains. In one party are the good guys that are honest. What are we doing right now? Why are we playing such a ridiculous political black and white, good guys, bad guys stories with something like this? Whereas you're treating the family stuff so reasonable, real, and then the political stuff gets just groan-worthy. But then even on the flip side of that, they're treating Sutherland's character very nicely because he is kind of playing not this perfect character, but he's playing an honest character that we can respect and look up to. But in situations like he's getting outplayed by politicians because he's not trying to play political games. He's just trying to be an honest guy and do the right thing. He's not manipulating people. He's just being honest. And sometimes he's insecure and he makes rash choices at certain times because he's insecure about the people around him and thinking he's been manipulated. And so he goes and confronts them and you're like, ooh, he was in the wrong. So he's a flawed character, but he's flawed consistently instantly, like he's written in a way that you really understand this character, and they've crafted a very nice person to be the lead of this show that would be way over their head, but very much trying to do the right thing. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I like where they're going with things. I hope they can tone down the partisanship and stop treating one party like the heroes and one like the villains. Like, that's everything wrong with our nation right now, that it's just those are the good guys, those are the bad guys, and just demonizing people we disagree with. Let's not do it on a show like this. We don't have to. There's so many places in this for legitimate, authentic, natural tension to build and drama to be built that we don't need partisan, ridiculous nonsense. Drives me crazy. So with that said, what do you think about the show thus far? Are you frustrated like I am about the political stuff, but really enjoying the other aspects of the show? Or am I totally wrong and just frustrated by the stuff going on in politics and I'm reading into this show? Tell me in the comment section what you think, because I don't want to just talk about TV shows. I want to talk about TV shows with you. If you're new to my videos and have never clicked that subscribe button, please consider clicking that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching.